Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Addie. I am a mom to two girls, a 3-year-old and a 10-month-old. We are getting ready to take a very long road trip, about 36 hours in total. So today I'm going to walk you through what I am bringing to entertain my baby on that trip. Babies at this age, in my opinion, are the hardest. They're not sleeping the whole time because they're not like little newborns anymore, but they are not entertained by a tablet or movies yet, which I guess is a good thing, but they just need constant entertainment. She does take 2 naps, usually about an hour each, so that gives me, an hour break here and there, but for the most part, she needs constant entertainment. And unfortunately, she hates the car seat. She has never liked the car. We have done many road trips before. Isabel, we went through this. She has been so many places. I mean, we drove around and just did a 3-month road trip through the US and Canada. She had been to 13 different countries before she was even 1.5. So we're a traveling family. We do this often and we kind of have it down now, but I will say this like 10, 11, 12 month age, I think is the hardest, just because they still need so much help in entertaining and they're not often entertained by that one thing for too long. It can be 10 minutes and that's a great length of time. So I think it's the hardest time. So I'm going to give you many ideas on how to keep them entertained. So before I get into the things, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below for more content like this and other motherhood and lifestyle things. Alrighty, so the first thing is little figurines. We have finger puppets. I have just a regular figurine, but these do well. I mean, I can play finger puppet with her. She can have one. She can chew on these. She can move the arms and head of this one and twist it. So just different kinds of little figurines have worked really well in the past. Next up is another pretty normal one. A car or a truck or something small that she can move the wheels, that she can just play with, manipulate, look at, colorful, a little car. Next up, at this age, I always bring a teether of some sort. This is a toothbrush teether. And she really likes this one. She actually is teething at the moment. She has 6 teeth now. She's starting to get 7 and 8. So this is going to be really good for that. I would recommend a teether for this age. I also like to bring a maraca. This is just something she likes to shake. It's not too loud that it will annoy me constantly in the car or the rest of the car. It's easy for her to hold. She likes the sound of it. A maraca is a great option. Up next is a baby doll or a stuffed animal, whatever it is your child is really liking. Mine is really into baby dolls right now. Babies carrying babies is just like the cutest thing. So I will definitely be packing her a baby. Up next is books, and I like small books at this age and board books so that they can't rip pages, so that they're small enough for them to open and close by themselves without it being, too monstrous for them. Not only to be able to read to them, but for them to just turn the pages, for them to manipulate, see, whatever it is, books are a good choice. Up next is flashcards, and for this age, I like simple ones, animals and transportation, fire trucks, things that are interesting, and just words. We're working on words right now, just language. She, can't speak at this moment. So just things to get her vocabulary going. I really like these cards because they're nice and sturdy. She won't be able to rip them. Next up is a snack bag. I have 2 that I normally bring, one for the way there and one for the way back, because all the food will get eaten. At 10 months, you would think that you wouldn't need that many snacks because she is still nursing and she does eat meals, but the girl snacks and she just loves to eat. She loves to have something in her mouth, especially probably since she's teething. She likes to have something in her mouth more. So snacks, even at this age, you gotta have them. So what I would normally put in one for this age, some of the snacks are Wheat Thins, Fruit Loops. I know they're not the most healthy, but it's a road trip. It's a special occasion. I have yogurt bites, Goldfish, pretzels, a fruit grain bar, a fruit leather, and an applesauce squeeze pouch. I also will pack her actual fruit and actual vegetables, but that will just be in the adult cooler so that, you know, we can all munch on those things. This is just like what I put in her personal snack bag that kind of sits with her. Okay, so the next things I have are not like toys. These are all kind of other unique things, but that at this age are the things that entertain them the most. So, a kitchen spatula. This one is rubbery. She loves this thing, so we are bringing it. I would recommend just watching your child a couple weeks before you go on your trip and see what around the house they gravitate towards and bring it. So I'm gonna bring a golf ball. She loves golf balls. So even if she doesn't want this in the car so much, when we are at the hotel or somewhere, she will chase this around the room. So this is a great thing to bring, or at a rest stop just to get her out and moving for a little bit. We definitely love bringing balls. Another thing is a rock. So random, but we just have cleaned this rock and she loves to play with it. She likes to just feel it and move it. So a rock is another simple and weird thing, but a thing that keeps her entertained. Up next is Post-it notes, and this is a cheap way to get entertained. You just give them a Post-it note, let them go to town on ripping it off and ripping it up. Yes, it might get a little messy in your car, but that 10 minutes of peace is well worth the $2 and the mess that it creates. Next up, I have an old wallet, and in it I have old cards. She loves going through wallets and pulling out cards and putting them back in. Not that she does that, she throws them usually, but this is just something that she loves to do. Next up, I have gotten some markers, and I have taken all the caps off and let them dry out so that they can't draw. But she loves to just take the caps off of markers. She loves it. So we are bringing dried out markers with random caps so that she can do just that. Up next is a tissue box. So this is another one where I'm about to waste a couple tissues, but I don't care, because when you're in a car for so long, it doesn't matter. Let them pull them, let them rip them. I would say be back in the back seat with them when they play with this though, so that you can make sure they don't eat them, because they do tend to eat tissues if left alone with tissues, but well worth the waste of a couple tissues. These are great, great time wasters. Another thing that I have is an old sour cream tub that I have put a hole in the top of, and in it I have these little chips, which I have found in the top Target dollar section. They're just different colors and they're little like chips. I think they're for counting and that sort of thing. But I keep those and pom-poms in them. So depending on what I'm doing, I can take one out and just do one at a time or the other. And basically I will sit in the car and hold these. I will put the top on the sour cream jar, and I will give her them one at a time and let her try to put them in. She is just now at almost 11 months. She'll be 11 months next week. So she is just now starting to actually be able to get it in the slot. For the last month or so, she's been trying, but 9 out of 10 times it doesn't actually go in. But it has just started going in more and more often. So I'll just give her one at a time and try to let her put them in the box, and the same with the pom-poms, just give them one at a time. It's just a different texture, it's just a different thing to do the same thing with. Up next is this little doodad that I made. It is a old tennis ball container, and in the lid I have made a bunch of little holes, and in those holes I put pipe cleaners, and I just let them sit out at the top like this, and then she will hold this and pull them out and then drop them and make a mess, but she'll just sit and pull them out, and this will keep her entertained for quite a while. So this is a definite thing that I would recommend making. It does take a few minutes to get the pipe cleaners all back in once she's kind of taken them out, and she can pull them out so fast, so it seems almost like not worth the effort. But when you don't have to like really entertain them that much and you have this, it's worth the couple minutes it takes to put the pipe cleaners in the slots. And then another thing I made, kind of going along with the pom-poms and chips in the sour cream tub, is an old tennis container with a slit in the top, but this is just for popsicle sticks. So it's just another manipulative where I can give her one at a time and she can put them in, but also she can turn it upside down and try to shake them out. So this can be used in a couple different ways, or she can just shake it for the sound. This is a good versatile toy, and it's great for car entertainment. So another idea, easy, cheap to make. Up next, I have a toilet paper roll. It seems dumb or stupid, but this one toilet paper roll is so interesting to her for some reason, so we're bringing it. And then another thing is a sponge, and I purposely get these kinds of sponges where there's no rough thing on the back, rough like scrubbing thing on the back, because I don't want something coarse. And these sponges that I get them from the dollar store, and we never use them on food or in the kitchen in the sink. These are literally bought just to use as toys. You could bring multiple, and if you have an older child, you could bring multiple and let them stack them. But for this age, I just bring one, and when they're not wet, she could honestly probably break it, but I don't care. But it's just another thing for her to kind of play with and feel. We can get them a little wet so that they're damp, so that she can't squeeze them and make water come out, but just so that they have a little bit of a different texture. So we bring sponges. And then a hairbrush. She loves hairbrushes too, so this is multi-purpose. I have a brush on the trip that I can use, and she gets to play with one in the car. The last two things that I have for you today are things from the Dollar Tree that I picked up just as surprises, as new things that might spark her interest. I usually do pick up window clings as well. We had some from a previous trip, but they're kind of torn apart, because that is one thing you can do with them, is tear them apart. So I decided not to bring them this time, throw those away, and I went to get more at the Dollar Tree and they didn't have any. So usually I do bring those. Those are a great idea. We just don't have them this time for this trip. But I did pick up a Slinky. She has never had a Slinky before, so I think this is gonna be really cool for her. I think she's really gonna like this. And I, in fact, think that her 3-year-old sister is gonna be jealous of this. So I think they're probably gonna share this, but I did get it specifically for her at this age. And then last but not least, I found this little peekaboo toy, and you press it down and he peeks at you. So you put it up and he closes his eyes, and then you push it down and he peekaboos. She really likes peekaboo right now, so I just thought this was really cute. And then I will just put it all in a bucket that I can place right next to her car seat in the car. And then, as I will always say, if you go on a road trip, for the very first part of your trip, don't pull out anything. Don't pull out the stops. Just sit in the car and do what you would normally do if you're taking a drive. And just let them be entertained that way as long as they can, until they start crying and want something else, because that is when you're gonna get most break probably on the whole ride. I hope I've given you some new ideas, some fresh new stuff to keep your child entertained with on your road trip. Good luck if you are taking a long one. I hope it goes well. If you have just done this or you have other tips, let me know what they are in the comments below. I'm sure some other mamas would really appreciate reading them and having more ideas in their arsenal. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.